Spirit Animal Sunday, where we do our weekly messages for all of our zodiac signs. We're going to do those with strictly animal spirit cards and tarot. So we are going to be bringing through both the messages of the tarot and messages from the spirit animal world into these readings. These are general. They can apply to anyone, anywhere. If it doesn't resonate with you, you may want to check the other placements in the rest of your natal chart. You can watch the readings that go along with your sun, moon, Venus, rising, etc. In general, the sun is your conscious mind, the conscious ego, the identity. The rising sign is how you present yourself, how you put that conscious energy out into the world. The moon sign is your subconscious emotions and deeper inner feelings and needs. And Venus, of course, is love, romance, and the way that you socialize. So that's kind of a little guide when you're watching, you know, the other signs that are part of your chart. If you are brand new to the channel or you've not been here with us before, thank you so much for checking it out. I hope you will reach out, hit that subscribe button, and join the Dragon family. Also, be sure to give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know you enjoy the content here. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use in my readings, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all those links and information are down below in the description box. So guys, let's go ahead and get into it. I think I'm going to start out reading for Libra, because Libra is still our sun sign of the moment. That's going to change up on us this week when the sun moves into Scorpio on the 22nd, but for now we are still in the energy of Libra, so I think we will start out with them. Tonight the card decks that I will be using are going to be the Spirit Animal Oracle from Colette Baron Reed. That's going to be the main oracle animal. I always pick one for each sign of the week that's going to be working with you the strongest. The tarot deck I will be using is my favorite, the beautiful Arc Animal Tarot. I will be using that for the tarot messages, and for our affirmations at the end of each read, we will be using the Divine Animal Oracle card by Sean D. Gibson. Those are also very, very beautiful. I love them because they're quite detailed. They have very kind of natural images on them. They're really, really cool. So that's what we will be using today for anyone that's interested in the card decks that are going to be in rotation. So guys, let's go ahead and just jump right in. I've already cleansed and cleared the table. I could bring my tuning forks just a little bit more for us. I don't know what spirit animals have been coming through for you guys the most this week, but for me, I know exactly who who it is for me. It is the owl. Oh my goodness. The owls have been talking to me, following me. They're in my dreams. They're out when I take a walk. They're hanging out on the power lines when I'm just chilling. Today, when I woke up, I hear outside, hoo 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 hoo. I was like, oh, okay, it's time to get the day started as the owls are talking. So for me, that. His hoo has been coming to me very, very strongly this week. So it may be different for everybody, but boy, I always know which one of my animal friends are talking to me the most. And this week it is the owl for sure. All right, so let's get started. Libra, and welcome to everyone who's already in the chat. Hope you guys are good. I hope my internet stays good, guys. I've had a lot of funky stuff with the Wi-Fi dropping in and out. So if it buffers or it gets weird at any point, just giving you that little heads up. It should be fine, but it's been really annoying, like the last 3 or 4 days. And we are still in the last couple days of our Mercury retrograde, guys. So, yeah. yeah. Does it tonight or is it tomorrow? Let me look. I got my list. Because there's so much going on. Yeah, Monday. So yeah, like late tonight, early tomorrow is the Mercury direct, and not a minute too soon, y'all. Not a minute too soon. And oh, actually, I should mention that just a moment. That Sunday, today, the 17th, Jupiter is moving direct in Aquarius. Let's see what time that actually went direct, or if it is has it happened yet? Um, because I have my book that has all the times. Yeah, Sunday, Jupiter direct, 10:30 p.m. So we actually have about 2 hours from now, my time, Eastern time. So adjust for your regular time, but Jupiter is about to move into direct motion in the very futuristic and mass consciousness oriented sign of Aquarius. So I feel like that's a very positive movement. Oh yeah, Krista, these are great. I don't get, I guess I have to say I don't get paid by Llewellyn to mention these. I wish I did, that would be nice. But, but you can get this kind of book. There's different publishers that make these type of things, but I always buy one of these every year. It's actually getting close to the time I'll need to buy my 2022 astrology guide. This is a fabulous little, thing to have, because it gives you every day of what's happening, planet-wise, where the moon is, what sign it's in, which is super helpful. And then the best thing that I use probably more than anything is in the back. I think it gives you at least 2 or 3 years of ephemeris tables. And so if you're ever wondering, like, okay, what's retrograde? What's where and what time? You can always look here real quickly. The things that are, the columns that are shaded out under certain planets, those are the ones that are retrograde. So yeah, August 2020. Wow, there's a ton of retrogrades going on. Yeah, so see right now, I'll just show you that real quick. Right here's October for this month, and you can see, there's Jupiter's retrograde ending right there. There was Saturn's retrograde ending right here. There's the Mercury retrograde ending right there. So, it's just Pluto retrograde. It's just a really helpful thing. If you're an astrologer, or even if you just moon cycles are, right? It'll tell you where the full moons, the eclipses, all that kind of good jazz. So I definitely recommend having those. I've been using those kind of books for a long, long time, and they're invaluable to have around in your practice. So sorry, Libra, let's get back to you. All right, Libra, I hope you guys are doing great. Happy birthday to my late degree Libras that may be having a birthday this last couple of days of the sign. We are going to start out with you tonight. So let's see what we've got in your spirit animal, oracle, and tarot reading for this evening. Guys, these can be general. They can be about love, career, life path, whatever comes up, Libra. It can absolutely come through. So let's see what we have that's speaking to our Libras the most. Your animal spirits, guardians, guides, and friends. Let's please start out with one spirit animal that will be helping our Libras out the most right now. Ooh, Libra, you are doing some rebirthing energy right now. Look at that bat spirit. A rebirth is assured. It's interesting that we are getting closer to Scorpio energy. And so, any of my Scorpio cusp Libras or Libras with some Scorpio in their chart might really resonate with this very deeply. And I will say, another thing that really always connects Libra to the sign of Scorpio is the fact that in your progressions, Libra will always experience a Scorpio solar progression, and those progressions can last up to 30 years. So Scorpio is actually a very important sign to the life cycle of a Libra. It really is. So I would say that with this bat spirit coming through for the week and beyond, this could apply to whenever you watch this reading. I would say that you are coming out of a cave of transformation. You may have felt like you were going through a very long, dark night of the soul. Maybe you were almost in a little bit of a personal hibernation for a while, but this is coming through and saying your rebirth, your transformation, your resurrection is on the way. It is assured. You don't need to worry, Libra. It is coming. Let's get into your tarot. These are the Spirit Animal Tarot, guys, the ARC deck. See what we have, please, for Libra. Let's get some good energy into these. Oh, love to. Ooh, that's a very nice. I like this. Okay, so Libra, we're starting out with the Two of Cups, the Warthog Spirit. That is such a beautiful card just in general, but I really like it for you because it really is that, you know, that divine union, that divine balance in a relationship, you know, equal give and take, a divine partnership energy, you know, sacred union, mutual attractions. For my single Libras, this is great because I feel like this gives you more of a potential to meet and align with good people. And like, you know the difference. Like, you're not going to waste a lot of time with anybody that isn't for your best good because you're very attuned to what is. Like, you know who's good for you and who's not. And for those of you who are in a relationship currently, this is a very healing card. If you've gone through any kind of fallings out, you know, arguments, conflicts, this gives a real week where healing is possible. Right in the center, right after the Two of Cups, we got the Three of Cups. So this is going very much in order. And the Three of Cups is so much about happiness, celebration, family coming together, friends coming together. You might be getting good news from a friend. You might have good news to give to a friend. I would also say for my single Libras, you might end up meeting somebody special that, you know, really connects with you in a social setting. So check that out. There we have at the end. And what is this pointing to, Libra? The King of Pentacles. Some of you might be really connecting with an earth sign this week, Libra, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. I feel that Taurus is the most strongly represented through this card. It could be any sign, of course, it could, but especially a water or an earth sign. That's what I really feel in this reading, of course. But to me, a King of Pentacles type of person, no matter whether they're femininely or masculinely aligned, they are a solid person. They have their feet on the ground. They're reliable, they're truthful, they have a good work ethic, they do what they say they're going to do, they follow through, they know how to work hard, but they also know how to balance it with the enjoyment of their hard work. So it is an excellent kind of energy and card. For you that say, Ariel, this isn't a love week for me at all, this could be excellent coworker relationships. Absolutely. This could be like you have the office party and it's not like a crappy office party, like it's a fun one, and you just meet good people, you align better with people that you can really partner up with to manifest those goals and dreams. That's another way that you can really look at this read. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Roadrunner Spirit, the Knight of Swords, courage and action, best of intentions. This could be a very rapid week, especially as Mercury retrograde goes direct, gets back online, and that is in your sign too. The Mercury retrograde has been in the sign of Libra, so I would say for you guys, it's been extra challenging for sure. But this may feel like, oh my gosh, now that the connection is, you know, hooked up again, there's a lot to say, there's a lot to do. You might even have a little bit of stress, a little bit of nervousness around how much you've got to catch up on, because it's like, oh, finally, like I can move, I can talk, I can communicate. Let's get an affirmation, please, for Libra. I like it. This is a sweet week. Sweet week for Libra. We got the Hummingbird Spirit coming through. Confidence, motion, and adventure. You're being guided to be grateful of the many relationships within your life, including the one you have with yourself. You possess the power to attract positive change in your life, expand and stretch yourself in new ways. Love yourself unconditionally, and the world will do the same. Like I said, this is really about, you know, bringing in people that love you the way you love yourself. And if you love yourself really strongly, it's going to bring in better types of people. The Two of Cups and the Hummingbird, that's just a lot of loving energy to me. No matter what kind of love it comes out as, whether it's friends, family, co-workers, you know, romantic. That's a really sweet, nice reading. I like to see that for my Libras. I really do. All right, let's get into our next person here. Let's work on our Scorpios. And Scorpio, you will be celebrating your birthdays coming up very soon. So happy birthday coming up to all my Scorpios. I hope you are doing great. This is going to be your weekly spirit animal reading. We're going to use the Spirit Animal Tarot and Oracle to get your messages. Keep in mind, of course, these are general Scorpio. So let's see what's coming through. Dear animal spirits, guardians, friends, and guides, please show us our beautiful Scorpios. And let's get one animal guide that will be helping them out the most. Oh, I love this. Yes. One of my favorite cards actually in this deck, the Dog Spirit. Be loyal to what you love. So Scorpio, tuck in close to the people that have your back and that you know have yours. This is definitely a week of loyalty. It's interesting, I feel like there was a little bit of your energy in the Libra read and a little bit of Libra energy in your read. So if you have a Libra in your life, you might want to watch their reading as well. The Dog Spirit, that's the reason I always see this as a Libra kind of energy, is because in the Chinese lunar cycle, the dog, the year of the dog, is related to the Western sign of Libra. So there's a real connection between dog and Libra. My best friend is a Libra, born in the year of the dog, so she is super, super Libra aligned. So to me, this is a week of loyalties, affection. Be loyal to who and what you love, right? What is it that you really are passionate about? What is it that you really love to do? Invest your time, invest your heart, invest your energy in those places, Scorpio. Let's get some animal tarot messages on this week for you. Let's get it for Scorpio, guys. Let's get 3, please, for them. Nice. Powerful week, which I know Scorpio likes to have. They like the power. Coming through first is the Mouse Spirit, the 3 of Pentacles. So this is collaboration, follow your dreams, and doing your research. To me, this is a beautiful card of community work and effort. So again, the loyalty is coming through. It's like, who can you work with? Who can you trust? Who can you build and collaborate and start to manifest those higher goals and dreams with? There is so much power on your side this week, Scorpio. Look at what we've got. The Nautilus Spirit, the Ace of Cups, Hand of the Divine, really coming through and blessing you emotionally and spiritually. This is, of course, your own energy because this is a water element card, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Those signs may be important to you as well. We also have the Hawk Spirit, Ace of Swords. So this is cutting through a lot of confusion, cloudiness, lack of clarity, anything that you have been wanting a victory over. This is, to me, also a strong card of protective energy. If you have felt attacked or you have felt, unfairly criticized or judged, this is really coming in to give you a lot of protection and strength during those times. But mostly this is a card of clarity, consciousness being illuminated, and those cloudy times just going away. It's very, very triumphant energy. On the bottom of the deck, we got the Frog Spirit, 4 Cups. So I do feel as well, especially as this Mercury retrograde goes direct here, guys, you're going to be feeling like you're coming out of some stagnation or procrastination. This is also saying, Scorpio, and this is a big thing for you guys, it is time and it is important this week to look at your other opportunities as well as the ones that you've been very focused on, because Scorpio, you can get laser focused on things like nobody's business, and it's like nothing exists. It's just that one thing. And sometimes if that one thing is either taking more time than you want it to, or it's not as fulfilling as it should be in your opinion, it's time to also look at the other golden opportunities that could be tapping you on the shoulder. Very nice read. Let's get an affirmation on this, please, for our Scorpios. And we have the Ram. I said this is a week of power. This is a strong card. This is some Aries energy coming through. You are being guided to follow your heart and find the joy, intrigue, and enthusiasm for life. Look beyond the tried and true. You are on your own unique journey. There is no mountain too high or rugged for you. Forge ahead with stamina, determination, and self-love. So, you know, there I feel like there's that other thing about look beyond the here and now. If there's some other venue, some other path or process or some other method to getting where you want to go this week, Scorpio, take a look at it. Don't be afraid to try different things, right? Instead of just what you've always done or how you've always done it. Let's see what we got next. This is a great one. It's really good. All right. Just going to give these cards a knock and just a little bit of a clear there. All right, Sagittarius. All right, guys, let's see what we have got for you this week. This is going to be your weekly spirit animal oracle and tarot messages. So these are going to be general readings, Sagittarius. There could be things around love, career, life path, whatever it is that your spirit animal guides are most wanting you to see this week. Let's see what we've got for you. Dear guides, guardians, and friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Sagittarians out there. Please show us whatever they need to most see. And let's get one main spirit guardian that will be helping them out the most this week. The Buffalo Spirit, that's a beautiful one. Love that energy there, Sagittarius. The abundant universe will provide. And I think that, you know, Sagittarius, this is such a great synchronicity as we go into Jupiter coming out of retrograde tonight. Jupiter, of course, is your ruling planet. And this is what gives Sagittarians so much expansive, good fortune, that sense of adventure, that pioneering energy, that very jovial, buoyant spirit. That's what gives them that quality. And so to me, the card of the Buffalo Spirit is all about, you know, abundance. It's all about prosperity. It's also about resourcefulness. And so if you have felt like things have been really stuck or really stagnant for a while, there's a reason for that. You know, your ruling planet has been in a retrograde motion for 5 months, guys. And so now it is coming out of that. It's going into direction, and you're going to feel a lot more momentum starting to return to you. So I feel like, you know, especially for those of you that maybe business has been slow, maybe work has been difficult to come by, different things like that where you've been concerned about abundance or having your resources met, this is really coming in with a nice affirmation that, you know, Spirit will provide for you. Try not to stress out too much. Try not to over worry it, because it's got your back. They got your back. I tell you, Sagittarians have a natural degree of good luck like no other sign. So let's get into your tarot, your animal tarot. Let's get 3, please, for Sagittarius on this. Ooh, we almost got a very similar message to what Scorpio got. So I'm kind of interested. This might have a little bit, you might have a Scorpio in your life, Sagittarius. I think a lot of similar energies are coming through this evening. We're starting out with a frog spirit. This is, to me, coming out of procrastination, stagnation, and looking at the big picture, which is really what's going to start happening to you as we begin this evening, as we begin this week ahead. You know, you might have been in a place of contemplation or being over focused on things that, you know, maybe weren't being the most, you know, fulfilling, that weren't having the most payoff. Like maybe you've been putting all your energy and time into a job or a project and it just wasn't giving you what you needed. And this is like saying, Sagittarius, take a look around. There's other things that you could be doing. Ace of Cups coming through, the Nautilus Spirit. So to me, I do feel that your ruling planet going in direct motion is a very blessed thing indeed. And this is such a card of spiritual and emotional blessings and fulfillment. I feel like, you know, there's like a big gift coming your way, and it may not be tangible right yet. This is more like a gift of, you know, the heart being restored, faith and hope being restored. It's that feeling of like the rain finally hitting the dry earth when you've been sort of in a drought for a while. And on the third card, wow, the Hawk Spirit coming out, Ace of Swords. So to me, these are both, you know, aces are always the hand of spirit, the hand of the divine coming in and giving us some kind of major blessing in our life. Sorry, my nose is itching. I'm like, that's what I'm doing behind these cards. And so to me, you know, this is mental clarity returning, confusion being banished and removed. It's also a card of protection, a card of victory. It's a card that I honestly associate with Archangel Michael's spirit very strongly, because he carries that, you know, violet sword that helps cut through old, you know, karmic ties, negative cords, all that kind of stuff. On the bottom, we have the Warthog Spirit, Two of Cups. So for some of my Sagittarians, this could also be balance, order, and clarity and connection being restored in a romantic or friendship relationship as well. Very, very nice. Let's get into an affirmation, please, for Sagittarius. I must have a bunny hair on my nose because it just won't stop itching. Look at this, Sagittarius, polar bear spirit, brave, resourceful, and enduring. You are being guided to ignite your spark for life and triumphantly move forward towards your heart's desires. And there it was, the Ace of Cups, the heart's desires. The buffalo spirit, there's the resourcefulness. You possess the emotional and physical strength to navigate any landscape with grace and conviction. Anytime I pull a bear, it always makes me think of that, like it's the North Star, right? The Great Bear. It just makes me feel like you're getting back on track. You're going in the right direction. Follow your truth. Follow your inner North Star, Sagittarius. That's how I feel about that read. All right. Thanks for all the folks that are here. Hey, Sharon, Corey Ann. I know David's here, Nancy's here, Silver Star, Gwen. I don't know who else has been in here. I think Krista was here earlier. I think she had to go. Hey, nasty woman. That's right. Let me knock on these cards. We're going to clear these out. Let's get ready for our next sign. We know who it is. Our Capricorns. Our little goaty goats hanging out on their mountaintops. Oh my goodness. It's been a rough, rowdy week for Capricorn. I swear to goodness. I think it's been a little bit challenging. All right. All right. Capricorn, let's see what we have got for you. This is going to be your weekly spirit animal oracle and tarot reading. These are going to be general messages, Capricorn. So, you know, anything can come through in these. It can be love, it can be work, career, you know, life purpose and path. Whatever it is that your spirit animals want to share and connect with you for this week or beyond ahead. Because if you're watching this at another time and spirit just kind of led you to watch this, it's meant to be. That's always how I feel when my eye is caught by a specific reading or reader as I scroll through YouTube. If I just feel drawn to something, even if they posted it 5 months ago, I'm like, no, I'm meant to see this for some reason. I gotta tune in. So, dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our fabulous Capricorns for this week and beyond ahead. And let's start out, please, with one main spirit animal guardian that will be helping them out the most this week? Aww, I love that card. Capricorn, the mouse spirit, tend to the small things. Oh my goodness, and that is such a good message for Capricorn because we are such overachievers. We can get so ambitious, we get so overwhelmed with the big picture and all those huge things that we have to, get done or accomplish. This is just saying, take it piece by piece, Capricorn. Tend to the small things. And that might be, a lot of times, and no, I'm going to get on you because I'm a Capricorn. I can get on you for this. Many times, a small thing to Capricorn is our own physical well being and health. We just kind of go, I'll take care of myself later. No, this is the week to definitely take good care of yourself now. Eat good food, get your rest, take care of those little details, those little routine things. If there's some, little paperwork or some kind of little details that you need to take care of, Capricorn, just get those done, because those little things that you do, guess what? They build up to big things. The small things that you do now build up to big successes later. So be like this cute little mouse. Just chill out. Stay in your little mouse hole a little bit more. Take care of the little stuff. Clean up, whatever it is that you need to do. I feel like mouse spirit is a little bit Virgo-y. It's a little bit fastidious. The mice are always very fastidious. Trying not to get caught by the owls, right? That's what they're doing. They're like, get off me. So let's get into your tarot, Capricorn. Let's see what we have got here for you. 3 cards, please, for our goat spirit. We just need to see what is going on with my Capricorns. Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh my goodness. Capricorn. This is like an emotional week. Very emotional week. My goodness. First card coming up, the 2 of Cups, the Warthog Spirit. This guy's been coming out a lot in our readings already tonight. So I feel like this week ahead, this is really telling me a lot. That not just for you, Capricorn, but for a lot of our signs that love romance and emotional connections, and the well-being of our emotional connections is really high on your mind. So you might need to be working out some details or working out some little issues with a loved one this week. And like I said, those little things can add up to big things. So even if it's just a small thing that you need to do or say, it's important. It's important. I do feel like you're going to be really blessed. Look at this Ace of Cups coming out, our Nautilus spirit right in the center. This to me, again, like I say, aces are the hand of the divine, reaching in and intervening to help you out. Sometimes you need to invite them to help you out. That is the truth, because like with the angels, different ascended masters, they're not going to reach in and interfere, intervene until you actually say, hey, Archangel Michael, I need your help. Archangel Raphael, I need your healing. Please help me out. And then they'll come right in and assist. But I just always feel with this Ace of Cups, there's a real potential for healing, forgiveness, emotional contentment, and blessing. This is like that feeling of divine love, divine contentment and happiness that reaches into the heart and into the soul. And we do have our frog spirit coming out with this 4 of Cups. So all cups, Capricorn, this week, very watery, very emotional. You might be crying a lot this week, or might be kind of really letting your feelings out, or someone might be letting your feelings out with you. But I would say that the frog spirit is definitely asking you to, take action on something, because it really can be that, like, you get so focused on the things that aren't really working out that well that you're missing some golden opportunities. that can help you work things out really to your best advantage. So make sure that you're not focusing just too much on any one thing, Capricorn. This is a week where variety is definitely the positive spice of life. You definitely want to look around at the other opportunities or the other ways that you could be working on whatever it is, whether it's relationships, work, manifestations. That's exactly what you want to do, is come out of contemplation, come out of any sort of apathy, and take action, responsibility around something. On the bottom, I said this reading's all cups. All of your cards tonight, Capricorn, are cups. The Seal card, the 10 of Cups. To me, when you have the 10, the 2, and the Ace of Cups, there is something really beautiful happening in love, relationships, friendships, family connections, or in your spiritual development. Sometimes it's all of it together. But the 10 of Cups is so beautiful. It's lasting happiness and success. It is divine blessings and inspiration, fulfillment. It's, you know, in the traditional tarot, it's that card with the big rainbow in the sky, the happy home and family. So it really is just that, like, pure bliss, pure joy, pure love and happiness coming into your heart. So it's beautiful reading this week, guys. But like I said, with a little mouse on your side, tend to the little things. Take care of the little details, Capricorn. Take good care of yourself. This is a big week for Capricorn to just go get a massage. You need to do that for yourself. I'm definitely planning on doing that. I am way overdue for some relaxation time. Let's get into an affirmation, please, for Capricorn. Yay! That one makes me happy. Dragon came out, and we do have some magical animals in this particular deck. I am a Capricorn dragon, so I'm claiming this reading. This, for me, feels super, super, super strong. Wisdom, spirituality, and abundance. You are being guided to tap into your inner wisdom and find your higher purpose. Capricorn, you are a super wise sign, okay? You're very wise. You're wise beyond your years. A lot of the time, people don't understand you because you do have this uncanny ability to, it's almost like knowing the future, but it's not really knowing the future. It's just you have so much common sense that you almost are always right about so many things because you have a really good, you know, capacity for objective thought. You really do. It's like you can just see it. You can really see it. You have a unique gift to present to the world. The time has come to showcase yourself and your abilities. Be strong and courageous through your transition. Wow. Yeah, I mean, and of course, in the Chinese zodiac, the dragon is considered, you know, one of the luckiest, you know, well, really the luckiest creature, the most, you know, auspicious, right? And so, to me, this feels like for you, Capricorn, this week is a return of power, strength, your own personal majesty. Of course, the dragon can fly, so it's like you're rising above some things that had really drug you down for a while. Gorgeous. This is one of the nicest readings I've actually done for Capricorn in a minute. I'm glad because this has been a rough week. We needed this. I was like, dang. Spirit's like, here, goat. You need some good news. Darn. All right. Let's get into Aquarius. Let's clear out here just a little bit. Let's clarify the cards, shuffle them up. I love that dragon came out. I know, Corey, right? You know, Libra season can always be a little challenging for Capricorn. You know, I love Libra energy and I love my Libra friends, but it can be a challenging time for us because Libra is a square to the sign of Capricorn. And so it does make us feel a little tense, a little itchy inside, a little more argumentative, a little, you know, more stressed, anxious, all that shit. You know, it's just like we feel it. We really do feel it. So, you know, don't feel bad. When Scorpio season gets into full swing, we actually feel a lot better because Scorpio is a sextile aspect to Capricorn and it starts creating doors of opportunity for us. You know, that's a really nice time. It's a really nice time. So, you know, we do, in general, do better with Scorpio season. Yeah, that's a tough one, Corey. It's really creates a, like a little, you have to do a lot of fancy footwork to work for those squares. You do. You have to do some fancy walking, fancy stepping to deal with the squares, because you're always going to feel a little bit of that inner tension. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. Squares can really spur us into action, so they can be very positive. You know, squares are like when friction happens, when someone's starting a fire by, you know, rubbing sticks together so fast. That's what a square is like a lot of the time, and it'll make us just uncomfortable enough to get up and do something about our situation. So squares in, you know, in astrology, yes, they are very challenging, but they're also very necessary. I've done many charts for people where they didn't have any squares, and these were some of the laziest, most apathetic, do nothing people in the world, because they didn't have any fire, no oomph, no nothing to make them just uncomfortable enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna go get that, I'm gonna do this, because I can't just sit here and feel this fire, you know, like that's, and so without squares, we aren't always going to be the most proactive. So that's what I'll say. Yeah, I've got 9. I got 9, Corey. I know. And my dad had 15. He used to brag about it. My dad would come to my astrology classes with his chart, and he'd hold it up, because the whole middle, the aspectarian in the middle of the chart was just a big old square, because he had so many. He was like, who's got more squares than me? I'm like, Dad. 15 he had. I think I've seen somebody with maybe 16 or 17 once. But boy, he had a lot. And they were all on those angular houses. Oh, I remember when I did his chart for him, and he was like, oh yeah. He's like, I always walked on the razor's edge. I was like, oh darn. Yeah. I don't remember, Gwen. You might have quite a few. Yeah. Yeah. But, you know, he was really chill. He was really chill for somebody with that many squares. And I think a lot of it was because he had to deal with so much heavy energy that he had just really learned how to find that little place of peace in the middle of the storm. That's all I can say about it, right? You know, he managed the stress really, really well. That's all he really managed it well. It was kind of remarkable, actually. You know, he just, you know, he had his things he was very passionate about. He was an Aquarius with a Scorpio moon and rising. There's one of those big squares. Aquarius and Scorpio are a square, and boy, he had it. And even though he was an Aquarius and he had that very light, upbeat, sparkly energy, he also had a very deep Scorpio side, right? Very intense. The things he loved, he really loved. And the things he hated, he really hated, right? Yeah, he was a Scorp rising, Corianne. Yeah. That's a big reason I connected with my dad, is because I've got all that Capricorn moon. Yeah. It's like we both, and I have an Aquarius rising. So it's like me and my dad, like we really had this weird complement going on where we understood each other's vibe quite well. Like I understood both his light and his dark side, like the lighter side and the heavier side. I understood it both, and he understood both for me too. And that's why me and him, like we were just really symbiotic, really symbiotic. Oh, Indigo, Astrology for Dummies. No, it's, you know, and it's, I need to start that really, really soon. Definitely before the new year, I need to start my paid subscription service on here on YouTube, because I do want to start teaching astrology classes regularly to my paid subscribers. That's the service I'm going to start adding and incorporating into the channel, because once you start breaking all this stuff down, learning astrology is a little like learning a language or like learning to play an instrument. And once you learn all the symbology and the terminology, it starts to really come together. It's like putting a little puzzle together. And once you start just taking it piece by piece, you know, it's 1 + 1 + 1 + 1, right? It's like you start with one thing and then you add another. And once you understand that, then you can add another, right? And before you know it, you've got your whole picture, and it all sort of makes sense. And the more that you do it, obviously, the easier it gets. So yeah, no, I will be doing that soon, guys. I'm sorry I haven't done it sooner. It's just been a busy, busy time. Busy year. Yeah. Well, you're doing good, Indigo. A lot of people don't even know those things, right? Your rising, your descendant, and the moon. Those are all important, you know. When I would teach my physical classes, I would always try to get people to write on an index card their sun, moon, and rising, because it would tell you a lot about the person, just, you know, getting to know everyone in the class. Yeah. All right, guys, next up is Aquarius. Let's see what we have got for them. Aquarius, good news for you today as Jupiter, the planet of good luck and good fortune, moves into your sign. And actually, no, it doesn't move into your sign. It was already there. It was already in your sign, but it's moving direct. And it had been retrograde for 5 months. So I think that's a very positive turn of events for Aquarius and for Sagittarius, of course. Also for Pisces, because Jupiter is going to go into Pisces in just a couple of months. So Pisces is going to be getting a big blessing as well. These are going to be your weekly spirit animal readings. These can be general, guys. Whatever comes out is meant to come out. It could be love, could be career, life path, or purpose. Could be a mixture of all of those. So we're just going to put this out to see what you're meant to see. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we've got for our fabulous Aquarians out there. Anything that they need to see for their highest and best good, please. And let's start with one main spirit animal guardian that wants to help them out the most this week. And Aquarius, even if you're not watching this week, say maybe you tuned into this video, it just caught your eye, and you're watching it 2 months from the date that it posted. You were meant to see these messages. So these, you know, are meant for the week ahead, but they are also a bit timeless that way. I will put that message out there. Look at that. You got to work your magic this week, Aquarius. The scarab beetle spirit magic works through you. So, you know, this brings up to me kind of the energy of the magician card in the traditional tarot, where it's really kind of saying, what do you want to manifest? What do you want to create? Do you want to create greater peace, more abundance, bigger love? What is it you want to create, Aquarius? Because the magic is working through you this week. You have quite a turn of events with Jupiter moving direct in your sign. You've got a lot of luck returning. Mercury is coming out of retrograde in a fellow air sign, which is very positive for you. So what is it you want to create? And don't let it be limited by your self-doubt or self-belief. This is definitely an energy that says if you believe it, you can accomplish it, right? This is like, you know, you're only limited by what you think, what you believe, what you say about yourself and others. Let's get into the animal tarot. Let's see what we have coming out here for Aquarius, please. Let's knock on these cards, get them nice and cleared. 3, please, for Aquarius. Everybody's getting these cards tonight, guys. I don't know what is up. Oh my goodness. Okay, Capricorn had a lot of these cards. Scorpio, Sag had a lot of these. Oh boy, this is like, I think there's a really overlying message here tonight for a lot of us, for the collective, really. Coming out, Nautilus Spirit, Ace of Cups, y'all. Blessings of love, blessings of emotion, blessings from spirit, the hand of the divine, bringing in a big, big gift to your heart, to your soul. The biggest thing for you, Aquarius, is to open up and receive and give in equal measure. Because Aquarius, sometimes you can really get caught in your head, caught in that logic trap where you're overthinking, overanalyzing everything. And this card is calling you just to feel. Just like for Capricorn, all of your cards are water. All of your cards are water this week. So you may actually be really bringing through, again, it's a very emotional week. You might find yourself really crying or letting your feelings out some kind of way. Someone in your life might be crying a lot or letting their feelings out. Don't fight it. Like, don't fight it. This is important. This is the magic. This is the magic working through. And it's time to be vulnerable. It's time to be emotionally open and not afraid of that, right? The frog spirit coming through, the 4 of Cups. This is about, you know, being in that apathetic place of inaction, maybe being very single-minded or only focused on one way of doing things, one way of accomplishing things. This is definitely a card that calls us to be versatile and to also look around at the golden opportunities that are presenting themselves. There might be better ways or other ways to get what you want accomplished. Always look at that when you bring up a Four of Cups, because this can really be like, I've only been focusing on getting this thing that I want. Only one way that this can manifest. But it could manifest in a lot of different ways. And it could be, you know, that's been a blockage, right? Because this frog sits between these huge, bountiful love blessings and connection to true love with the Two of Cups, the Warthog Spirit. So I kind of feel like by being really stuck, stagnant, stubborn, unwilling to move or unwilling to see maybe another point of view, another way of manifestation, another way forward, it's like there's this blockage right here that you're working on this week, because you've got love. Boy, you've got this huge gift of love in your life, and it's from spirit. It is from the divine. This isn't just a regular kind of everyday here and now sort of love, Aquarius. This is a big love. This is like, you know, spirit saying, here you go. And don't let, you know, your own stubbornness or your own contemplation or apathy stand in the way of getting to the other side of this and coming into this truly sacred union, this beautiful bond, this very harmonious symbiotic relationship. And on the bottom, look at this. The seal card is back up again. This is, you can't not make this up. Like, I'm cleansing and shuffling these cards, and these same energies keep coming through. And Aquarius, the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Cups, and the Two of Cups. Capricorn had all three of these cards too, and I'm going to tell you the same thing I told them. This is big love, big spiritual and emotional gifts, huge. The 2, the 10, and the Ace is massive. All of your cards, again, like I said, are all water this week. So don't be afraid of your emotions. Don't be afraid of the emotions of others. Let them flow. The magic, the catharsis, the healed shared emotions and vulnerabilities. Let's get into an affirmation, please, for Aquarius. And there it is. There's our horse spirit. It will set you free. Your emotional vulnerability and openness with yourself, with others, will set you free this week. You are being guided to break free from chaos and confusion. Take action and expand into your new journey. Create balance of the mind, body, and soul. There are new and exciting opportunities waiting for you. All you have to do is take the first step. So, Aquarius, if you feel emotionally closed up, if they feel emotionally closed up, it's time to take the first step. It's time to come out of this apathy, right? Wow, what a reading. That was intense. That was a really good one, though. It was really good. And good to see Ms. Mindful in the chat. Thank you for joining us tonight, babe. All right, let's get into Pisces. We started out with Libra, guys, so we're going, after Pisces, we'll do Aries through Virgo. Just letting y'all know. Let's spray a little holy water in the house around our Pisces fishies, our watery folks. Let's just give these cards a good shuffle too. It was a good one, Ms. And I tell you, it's interesting. I think Aquarius and Capricorn had almost exactly the same cards, and a lot of those same cards keep coming up. Ace of Cups keeps coming up. That Four of Cups keeps coming up. The Two of Cups keeps coming out. A lot of these readings are having the same cards. Whenever that happens, I feel like it's like a huge message, not just for the individual signs, but also just for the collective here. You know, these are big. It's a watery week. I think there's going to be a lot of emotion. A lot of emotion. And the more that you fight it, the harder it will be. That's it. You know, you just can't fight this feeling anymore. Can't fight your feelings this week. All right, Pisces, let's see what we have got for you guys. My fabulous fishies. Now, Pisces generally doesn't fight their feelings. They tend to just let it flow, let it go. They wear their heart on their sleeve. They really do. I get it. That's always, I say that's my Achilles heel, is my Pisces Venus position, because I got all that Capricorn. And the Capricorn's tough, and the Capricorn's stoic and pragmatic, but boy, my heart is mushy caramel center under that crunchy chocolate shell. And that's a Pisces for you. They're very, very squishy, very romantic, very emotional, very sensitive. Let's get into your spirit animal reading for the week, Pisces. These are going to be general messages, so take them as they resonate for you. Let's see what we have. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our beautiful Pisces out there. Anything they need to know for their highest good. And let's start out with one main spirit animal that will be helping them out the most. Oh, and look at this. That's the same one Capricorn had. Our little mouse spirit, tend to the small things. Okay, mouse spirit, talk to me, because I'm a Capricorn with some Pisces action in my chart. I want to talk to you, little mouse. Seriously, that's an interesting energy. I almost feel like picking up the book that comes with this deck and reading about the mouse, because this guy has come out twice for us. So Pisces, let's see what we have to say. Let's get a little Libra message from the book that comes with us. All right, the humble mouse pays attention to the smallest details, and the mouse spirit calls on you to notice the nuances and the fine print at this time. In your eagerness to meet your goals and dreams, it's easy to forget the importance of clear communication and tending to the little things, including people's subtle signs that they are unhappy, as well as the small voice inside of you saying, "This doesn't feel right." Take your time to sniff out what you need to know. Is there some detail or nuance about how you engage others or operate in the world that is key to your success, but you've too readily dismissed it as nothing big or nothing special? Mouse Spirit reminds us that what seems small may be more important and powerful than you think, so look again. Do not underestimate yourself or your potential for co-creating something amazing when you pay attention to the details. Like I said, Mouse Spirit feels a little bit Virgo-y to me. So this may be a week where you're really kind of paying attention to those little things, the habits, you know, the things that you do every day that build up into bigger things here, Pisces. Very fastidious, you know. It's very Virgo energy. I just feel that. I feel that around that card. So let's get into your tarot, Pisces. Let's get these nice and clear for you. 3, please, Spirit, for Pisces. Oh, our dude came out. Yes, yes. All right. We're starting out with the Penguin Spirit for you this week, Pisces. So I feel like this is good emotional news. 3 of Cups, celebration, soul groups, and time to focus. So yes, pay attention to the small details and nuances that go on between you and your social circle, your family dynamics, you know, your partnerships. But many times this is just a lighter-hearted feeling that comes in this week. It's like you just feel a little more relaxed, or you're just really kind of ready to let your hair down and just have a good time with the people that care about you. Right in the center, 2 of Swords. There's our little guy, our blue-footed booby. Here's our little mascot of Spirit Animal Sunday. And the 2 of Swords is all about indecisions. It's a Libra card, very strong Libra alignment. So this, to me, Pisces, can say that you might be procrastinating about some things. There might be something that you've got to make a choice about. Maybe you've been putting it off. Maybe you don't want to deal with it or see it. I would say that Libra and Pisces have a lot in common that way. You know, in the traditional card of the tarot with this card, it's the woman holding the two swords, and she's got the blindfold on because she doesn't really want to have to deal with her crap. She doesn't want to have to deal with someone else's crap. You might not want to deal with anyone else's crap or your own this week, but you've got to. It's time to take the blindfold off, because as soon as you do, as soon as you make the decision, as soon as you cut through the red tape, you're going to feel a lot better, right? But it can be the indecision. You might have a lot of information coming your way this week as well, and you've got to, you know, kind of sift through the details of that. On the outcome, though, Pisces, we have a very nice card, the King of Pentacles, Rhinoceros Spirit. So I do feel like, you know, by the end of this cycle, you really do get more grounded, more solid. You feel better maybe at work, better about your financial decisions or choices. This could be some choices both in family or, you know, relationship elements, and it could also be some choices around money or how you make money or how you order your finances this week. Very strong Taurus energy on the King of Pentacles. This is a hard worker. This is somebody who's very determined, very ambitious, you know, makes good decisions with money. So this is something that you might, this could be what it's been about. You know, you could be kind of making a decision, maybe even for your family, because the Three of Cups is very much a family or soul group kind of card. You could even be, you know, part of the head of like a community or an organization that you've got to make some financial decisions about the future of the group, and you've been kind of, I'm not sure which way to go, but I feel like you come out of it pretty well. And even if you're feeling a little nervous here, Pisces, look on the bottom, we got the Roadrunner, the Knight of Swords. So that is like quick, a lot of information. I feel like there's a ton of info coming your way. You might really be dealing with a lot of calls, text, emails, and it's like, oh my God. Like you just, you have to really be using your mind to sort through all the information that comes through. Don't let nervousness or anxiety keep you from taking action this week, Pisces. Don't let that hold you back. Let's get into an affirmation, please, for my fishies. See, to me, look at this guy, the bison. Similar energy to, you know, the rhinoceros. They're both very earthy, strong, grounded land animals. You know, they both have that sort of formidable spirit, abundance, success, and personal power. You're being guided to be flexible, go with the flow, and allow things to work out rather than force them. Yes. In your decision-making process, don't force yourself, Pisces, but definitely be aware that there are choices that need to be made. Universal opportunities are stacked around you. Center yourself, resonate with your core values, and you'll reap many rewards. So this is a week of staying grounded, probably dealing with a lot of information, having to make some choices around, you know, friends, family, community groups. Take care of the little stuff this week, including your own peace of mind and your own health, Pisces. Because that's not really a little thing. That's actually pretty important. Is everything okay, guys? I'm just looking at the messages. What's going on? Yeah, the anxiety can be really tough. Oh, if you need to go, Gwen, it's okay. It's okay if you need to take off. If you got to work on something, we'll be okay. All right, Aries, we're up to you now. How's my Aries doing? This is going to be your spirit animal messages and weekly guidance for this week ahead and beyond. If you, however, are ending up watching this video or it has caught your eye to watch it at another time, you're definitely meant to see those messages. Aries, these are going to be your general messages through the Animal Oracle and Tarot. So these can be, you know, relating to anything, whether it might be love, money, life path, whatever it may speak to you. So let's go ahead and jump in. Dear animal spirits, guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our fabulous Aries. Let's see what they need to see for their highest and best this week. And let's please start with one main spirit animal guide that will be helping them out the most. Oh, I like this one. Aries, trust the great mystery, the whale spirit. To me, the whale is also the record keeper. It's a singer. It really speaks its truth, speaks its own song. Very, very good communicator. So it's really calling you to trust. If there's been something you've been really worried about, something that's been really on your mind, don't let it get you. Don't let it get you down. Trust that things are going to work out in the right divine order that they are meant to this week. And use your memories in a positive way, not in a negative way, but use your memories. Use your accumulated knowledge. Let's get into some cards, please, for Aries. Start out with 3. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, Aries, I definitely feel there's a kind of tension or stress. It could be like there's some underlying emotional decisions. A little bit feeling of being overwhelmed this week. We're starting out with the fly spirit, the 5 of swords. So I feel like you might be dealing with someone or a situation that isn't the greatest. You know, the 5 of swords to me is always that card of like power struggles. It's a definite like, should I stay or should I go? It really is, because it's like these are the kind of people that are narcissistic, energy thieves. They win at all costs. They don't mind stepping on others to get ahead. That is the 5 of swords, straight up. And so this is the kind of energy that you really want to check out of, right? And you might be in a place where you feel really stuck, and that's why that card of trusting the divine is coming through, because it's saying I almost called you Pisces. Aries, this won't last forever, right? The divine order will work itself out. This person's karma will come and check them, and it will catch up, right? It will catch up to them. Whatever nasty stuff, whatever things that they've been doing that haven't been good for you or others, it's going to catch up with them, and things are going to start to move in a better direction for you. Tonight, actually, the Wheel of Fortune, look at that, our Jupiter ruled card. Jupiter is the planet that rules Sagittarius. It's a planet of good luck and good fortune, and it is moving in direct motion tonight after a 5-month retrograde. So I feel that with this bee spirit, the Wheel of Fortune coming through, things are going to start turning. The things are not going to stay stuck. So just be assured that even if you can't quite feel it or see it yet, things are in motion to push you forward, to advance you, to expand the situation, or break you out of a stuck feeling. Okay. This feels very much like community effort as well, because the bee spirit really taps into that. And it's interesting how we have, you know, the fly spirit that's really kind of only in it for themselves, and the bee is kind of in it for the whole, the good of the community. So it really, I mean, it's just like you're really dealing with this kind of back and forth right now. Like on one side, you might be dealing with someone or something that's really out only for itself, its own self-aggrandizement and enrichment. And at the other side, it's like you and other people are really trying to return harmony, abundance, and good to all, right? You might really be having that feeling, and it is causing you a degree of stress. There's no doubt about that. The black swan is coming through. I already felt that there was a little bit of anxiety on this reading, just at the very beginning, and the 9 of swords is definitely dealing with that. It's those, you know, dark nights of the soul, thinking things over too much, the mind really, you know, being out of control many times. Sometimes it's creating those self-fulfilling prophecies where, you know, you believe something into being bad, or worse than it is. So just be careful with that this week. My dear Aries, oh my goodness, don't let the mind run away with you. I know that can sometimes be very difficult, but to me, this is also a card of recovery, healing from stress, learning how to cope with anxiety and stress as well. So give yourself some grace. Do what you need to do to relax, to unwind, to not take it on so heavy in your mind. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups, the Beaver Spirit. That's why I also feel a little bit of this emotional overwhelm, because sometimes the Seven of Cups can be those big decisions that need to be made, dreams, determination, but also that feeling of cloudiness and sometimes deception, because you feel like you don't maybe have all the information that you need around something or someone. But the Beaver Spirit is a very strong spirit of building, of architecture, you know. That's why I feel like with that and the bee, it's like there's this real beautiful sort of community, organization or building going on here. And I feel like, you know, it's like you feel like you're really fighting against, you know, these kind of entities and energies or people that just aren't very nice. Like, they're just a fly you want to swat. Let's get into your affirmation. Let's see what we have, please, for Aries. And the frog, yeah, here it is, the adaptability, right? Cleansing as well with this card. Impulse, adaptivity, and voice. You're being guided to jump over any obstacles and embrace the changes in your life. Truth has an expiration date, and the time is now to speak your new truths. Show the world your voice, acknowledge your desires, and lead with faith towards what matters to you. So if you feel like you're coming out of an action, like you're making some decisions and taking some action this week, but you know, you're definitely dealing with some people or some situations that are less than optimal. But I feel like you can overcome it. I really do, especially with your friends, with your community, with the people that, you know, you have each other's back. Very strong. All right, let's get a little drink here. Whew. Let's knock these cards. Let's get them nice and cleaned out. Taurus is up next. Hope you guys are doing great. These are going to be your general spirit animal oracle and tarot messages for the week ahead, Taurus. These are going to be general so that they can apply to anybody. If it doesn't resonate with you, you may want to check the placements of your personal natal chart and watch the videos that go along with those signs as well. These in general can be about anything, whether it be love, career, life path. It's really just whatever comes through that you need to see or be aware of. So dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our fabulous Taurus folks. Anything they need to see for their highest good. And let's start with one main spirit animal that will be helping Taurus out the most this week. Ooh, Taurus, I like this card. I don't mind this one at all. The Wombat Spirit's coming through. Be at home. So if you've been needing some downtime, if you've been needing a little staycation at your house, this is the week for that. And it's also to me saying, you know, maybe Taurus, if you've recently moved or have an upcoming move or something that's making you feel kind of uprooted from your home, this is really encouraging you to, you know, create routines and to embrace habits or attitudes that help you feel at home no matter where you are. That's very important. But in general, this is a homebody kind of week. Take off as much time as you can. Rest, eat good food, take care of, you know, your basic, you know, needs. It's very, very nice energy. Let's get into a tarot message for you. Let's get 3, please, for Taurus. Really want to shuffle these up good tonight because we've been getting a lot of repeats. We have, and I want to make sure these are nice and shuffled. Sometimes we just get repeats anyway, don't we? So coming out first, Taurus, is the Black Swan. So I do feel you need you really have that, you got that much needed break from stress, from anxieties, from anything that's kind of been eating at you underneath. I do feel like you need time to just, just downtime to decompress, to refocus, because the Nine of Swords can be those dark nights of the soul. It can be those sleepless nights, mental stress. But time heals. Time heals. So give yourself some grace. Do whatever you can to relax the mind and not overthink. Don't turn, little fears and doubts into a self-fulfilling prophecy. Right in the center, I feel like your power is very strong this week. This is the Empress card, same as our cow spirit here. So Taurus, there you are, front and center. And so I feel very strongly about that. It's like you really stepping back into your power. And I feel like a big way that you can translate out of these stresses, fears, anxieties is by getting creative, getting proactive, embracing your own inner power and a sense of abundance and boundlessness. Sometimes it is just taking good care of yourself, because the cow is a very kind of maternal, very strong goddess energy that really does heal, and it really connects us back to that earth element. Maybe a very important time to just spend some time outdoors, get grounded, get centered, clear the mind, clear the thoughts, clear the heart. Yeah, beautiful card, beautiful card. And then we have our owl spirit, the moon, the Empress and the moon. That sounds beautiful. It really is too. It's like this is the very divine feminine energy coming into me. We've got that Pisces energy of the moon card. We've got the Venus energy of the Empress. So I would say in your personal relationships or dealings, this is really saying, come from that very compassionate, empathetic sort of place. Because if you try to overthink it, if you try to overwork it in your mind, it's just going to stress you and them out. So you have to kind of leave the brain at the door when it comes to your emotional or romantic involvements or encounters, because the brain isn't going to help you a whole lot in this situation. It's really going to be about your intuition and just your pure love, your pure creativity, your pure ability to care and nurture. So I also feel, you might be coming out of a little confusion this week. The owl spirit is very much about seeing through the shadows, clearing up anything that's been confusing. On the bottom, look what we've got. We got our bee spirit, the wheel of fortune. And so, this to me coincides beautifully with the action that's happening tonight. This is a Jupiter ruled card, and our planet Jupiter is moving in direct motion tonight after a 5-month retrograde. So I feel like, underlying all of this is really greater success, greater prosperity ahead. I want you to try as much as you can to not over worry, not overthink the big changes that might be coming up, because they're actually for your best. They're actually for your benefit. They might be very much for your own emotional or romantic benefit, psychic benefit as well. So instead of being like, oh no, all these things are changing around me, I've got all this big stuff happening. And, Taurus, I know you're an earth sign. Earth signs like us, we don't really like to change that quickly or that frequently. We really kind of like our habits. But I feel like this change is a very positive one for you. Let's get into an affirmation, please, for Taurus. The fox, yes! Mentally agile, adaptive, clever, supple, intuitive, yeah, just like the moon, observant. You're being guided to look beyond the shadow side of any relationship. Open your eyes, mind, and heart to the limitless opportunities around you. And yes, this is the shadow side, guys. This is the shadow side. So it is definitely, that's a great way to sum that up, actually. With the Nine of Swords and the moon there, you're being guided to look beyond the shadow side of any relationships this week, Taurus. Wow. Yeah. Leave it at that. All right, Gemini. Gemmy Gems, I hope you guys are doing great. Gemini, this is going to be your spirit animal reading, oracle, and tarot for the week ahead. If you happen to be watching this video at another time other than this week's allotment, you may simply be guided by spirit to be here. So thank you for tuning in. Gemini, these are going to be general readings. So if they don't resonate with you, please do check the placements of your personal natal chart. You can get even more out of these readings by watching those that correspond with things like your moon sign, Venus sign, etc. So let's see what we've got for you. Dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Geminis. Anything they need to know for their highest and best. And please let's start with one main spirit animal guardian that will be helping them out the most. Ooh, we got the Lion Spirit coming out for Gemini this week. Very powerful, very ferocious, very big-hearted. Be generous of spirit. So Gemini, you know, be generous with yourself and others. If you've been kind of holding back from them, if you haven't been giving your all, or you have, you know, been withholding affection or withholding communication, whatever that may be, it's time to open up to that. It's time to be open, to be free-flowing, because the more you bless others, the more spirit will bless you. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful message. Let's get into some tarot for you, you know, and that also could be, you know, some Leo energy. You might be working with a Leo this week. Let's see what we have in the animal tarot, please, for Gemini. Wow, very strong feline energy coming up around you this week. Very strong Leo energy this week. You might definitely be working with a Leo, especially if you resonate with this reading. We're starting out with our Black Panther, the Queen of Wands. She's my Leo queen. This is intense love of life, determination, and altruism. She is a very generous spirit. And so I feel like, you know, with that, you know, being generous of heart, being generous with your resources, being generous with your time, this is all coming through. And, you know, in the past, Gemini, if you have worried, oh gosh, you know, if I give away this or I give away that, I won't have enough for myself. This is the message really of the Queen of Wands, is she is never worried about giving of her time, self, resources, love, because she knows she always has more where that came from. She's like, spirit will always replenish me. I don't have to worry about it. This is also someone that really knows their self-worth, really knows how to embrace healthy self-confidence, healthy self-pride, not negative ego, right? This is the real difference between that, right? This Leo energy, or this, you know, this fiery energy, can be really misinterpreted or misdirected as a negative ego, where you're just kind of pushing people around, bullying them. Or it can be brought through as a positive leader, an encourager, somebody who is very generous and really is proud of their skills, proud of their abilities, not in a negative way, not in a like, look at what I can do and how much better I am than you, but in a way that is like very encouraging and uplifting to others, right? Really using their strength to empower the whole. Going into our second card, we've got our little Tasmanian devil, the Five of Wands. So there could be some, you know, some conflict, some tussle, some competition going on here this week for you, Gemini. And again, like I said, this could be, you know, something about the ego, something about the pride coming through, because this is Wands. A lot of fire here in this reading. So it could be you, it could be them, could be a mixture of both, but there could be somebody in your, you know, circle, in your world, that just triggers you, right? Just gets your dander up, just makes you like, not normally do you feel competitive, or like you've got to be like, look at me, nah, I'm good too, you know, but this person kind of gets that out of you. So sometimes it's a good thing, you know, to get that fire started. It really shows what's important to you, helps you to identify what you feel strongly about, but you also want to be sure that you don't tune into every single argument unless you really feel that it's worth your time and your energy. Going into the third card, we have the Horse Spirit coming through with our Chariot. So to me, I do feel like you're going to get some pretty big or basic lessons here about heart energy, self-confidence, self-worth, and esteem. And you're also going to be learning from those things very strongly, and then you'll move forward. This will be a victory. It'll be a success. You'll feel like, yes, whew, you know, I've learned something deep about my subconscious spirit. And on the bottom, yes, our stork spirit, the Six of Swords. This is leaving behind difficult times, challenging times, drama, chaos, conflicts, arguments, for better times ahead. So I do feel like this is a week of transformation for maybe some difficult or tense energies into ones that are so much nicer and taking you in a better direction. Let's see what we've got for your affirmation tonight, Gemini. Oh, look at that. We got the unicorn. We got one of our magical spirits, and I can't help but say it reminds me, it relates a little bit up with that horse. A little bit there. So the unicorn is coming out for you. Purity, wisdom, and action. You're being guided to have faith in yourself, the knowledge you possess, and the magic of the universe, right? This is about the self-confidence, a healthy self-esteem. You are where you're supposed to be. Feel your way through each segment of your life, right? Don't fight against it. You will clearly see your next move and take action. Big results are the ripple effect of small inspired action over time. Yes. Very nice. That's a very, very cool reading there. Gemini, I liked that one. All right, guys. We got Cancer up next. I hope my Cancer folks are doing great out there. Hope every one of you is well. These are your weekly spirit animal messages through the Oracle and the Tarot. These are general messages, Cancer, so if it doesn't resonate with you, please do check the placements of your personal natal chart. You'll get more information by watching those readings that associate with the other things in your chart, like your moon sign, your Venus sign. These can be about anything, love, career, whatever it is that Spirit wants you to know. So let's go ahead and jump in. Dear Spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, please show us what you have for our beautiful Cancers out there, anything that they need for their best and highest good. And please show us one main spirit animal guardian that will be coming through the strongest for them to help them out the most. Ooh, Cancer. I love this for you. Love this. The cow spirit. The miracles are endless. And I love it because the cow is such a nurturer. It's mother goddess energy. And so Cancer, to me, that is you. That's the essence of the pure spirit of the Cancer sun sign or moon sign, you know? It really is. So I feel like this is a week to truly be yourself. Truly be that nurturing, loving, mothering energy. Doesn't matter if you're aligned, you know, masculine or feminine. There is always that mother goddess energy that comes through all Cancer folks. It really is. And so you might be really called upon to heal, to help, to nurture, to provide that care, support. You might also need it for yourself a little bit, but this is also a very strong spirit of abundance, right? Cow and goddess spirit, goddess energy is very much about abundance, prosperity, having what you need, having the resources that you need. So don't forget, just like that message on there, the miracles are endless. Very nice. Very, very nice. Let's get into your tarot for the week. Let's see what we have for Cancer, please, Spirit. Let's get 3 out for you. Make sure these are nice and shuffled up. Nice. Oh, feels like a lot of fresh new beginnings. This feels like some fresh beginnings here, Cancer. We're starting out with the cat spirit, the Page of Swords. This is kind of youthful air sign energy. This is like Gemini. It really is. It's light, it's airy, thinks on its feet, shares a lot of information coming and going. You might have a lot of information or communications this week that you got to work through. And I would also tell you, this is my card of don't believe gossip. Don't believe everything you hear on the internet. If you get some kind of weird news or someone tells you this or this or that, don't just take it at face value, because this card can sometimes be that sort of energy. Next up is the Pangolin Spirit. We have the Five of Pentacles here. This can be that dark night of the soul, loneliness, feeling cut off from the people you love, feeling cut off from source or the divine. And so I would say it's time to align your thoughts in a new direction if this has been the way you're feeling, because that can be a tough one. It can, because it really does require us to make a new plan, to embrace a new way of seeing things, to embrace a new kind of direction, right? Because if we feel cut off, if we feel lonely or held at arm's distance by someone that we love or something that we really want to be a part of, sometimes it's just a matter of either speaking up, taking action, trying a different tactic, going around the side of the door, right? Side of the building, so that you can get in and be near to that warm, glowing center that you need to be in. So Raccoon Spirit is coming out. Again, like I said, this feels like a week of a lot of new beginnings, because pages are sort of an innocent, childlike energy. Pages are also the messengers of the tarot, so many times this brings in a lot of communication as well. Page of Wands to me is Aries energy, so it brings back this feeling of, you know, joy returning, happiness, lighter times, being able to just be silly and childlike and just enjoy your life a whole lot more, being curious, right? Just being kind of curious and checking things out and having this enthusiasm for life. So embrace new ideas this week. Embrace your own, you know, healing, self-worth, nurturing yourself and others from the inside out. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Hyena Spirit, the Ten of Swords. And so to me, this is a card that says something difficult is coming to an end this week. It might have to do, of course, with that Five of Pentacles, that feeling of being isolated, lonely, not included, all of that kind of thing. That could be what's coming to an end, because usually tens are really that cycle finally coming full circle. And when it comes to the swords, it's overthinking, over worrying, the anxieties that you may have been carrying around for a while there, Cancer. If you need help, reach out, you know, get someone to help you to unpack some of those thoughts, those emotions, those things that need to be cleared. Let's get an affirmation, please, for Cancer. And the giraffe coming in. I love this one because the giraffe is like, look at the big picture. Look at the big picture. See from up high, right? All around. Optimism, insight, and perspective. You're being guided to stand above the preconceived thoughts of lack. Stay grounded. Keep a broad perspective and appreciate what matters to you. Life is what you make it to be. See, it says, like this is said, that Five of Pentacles is such a matter of perspective. Begin today to enjoy the process of life, right? Enjoy your life again. Page of Wands. Be spontaneous. Allow the world to fascinate you. That's the Page of Wands coming through. And I love that that kind of mothering energy is also present in the artwork on the giraffe card, as it is with the cow spirit. So there is something to do with nurturing, you know, just kind of giving that care, receiving that care. Could be mutual back and forth this week, Cancer. Very beautiful. Open up to some new thoughts, some new experiences, all of that. All right, we're down to our last two. We got Leo and Virgo to go. Guys, I will be opening up the chat for personal questions with a $10 minimum donation. So if anybody is interested in that, it's always a good idea to go ahead and get your name in on the list. If you donate through PayPal, and that link is down right below in the description box, let me or one of my moderators know so that we can put you on the list. Because if you donate through the Super Chat on YouTube, it pops up, we'll see your name. But if you do it through the PayPal link, we will not see that. So just letting you guys know. And if we don't get people on the list tonight, we will just go ahead and wrap up with our Virgo reading. All right, so Leo, let's get into you. Let's see what we've got. Leo, these are going to be your weekly spirit animal, tarot, and oracle messages. These are going to be general, so if it doesn't resonate with your personal experience, please be sure to look at the rest of your personal natal chart. You can always go, look that up online, your personal astrology, and you can watch things like your moon sign, your Venus sign, as well as your sun sign. So let's get into your messages of the week. Dear animal spirits, guardians, guides, and friends, please let's see what we have for our beautiful Leos. Anything they need to see for their best or highest good. And please let's have one main spirit animal that will be helping them out the most this week. Ooh, I like that one. Mysterious Leo. Definitely. It's a very strong feline energy, but it's a mysterious feline energy. The bobcat spirit, life is a mystery. So Leo, many times you are such an open book, such a bright, bold personality. Sometimes very dramatic, right? Very colorful, but this could be a week where you really want to just hang back a little bit and observe a little bit more. It's also saying that if you haven't noticed the nuances and the things that lie below the surface, it could be time to do that. It could be time to really look below the surface and see what hides beneath, what lies beneath. Look into the mysteries this week, Leo. Let's get into a tarot message for you. Let's see what we have coming through for our lions and lionesses. Ooh, I like that one. Look at all these eights. The number 8 might be really important to you this week, Leo. Number 8 on our bobcat spirit, and then we're starting out. The two cards out first are the 8 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. So 8 might be a really important number to you guys. Giraffe Spirit, starting out our reading, the 8 of Pentacles. Definitely a spirit animal of seeing the bigger picture, looking at things in a broad perspective. 8 of Pentacles, apprenticeship, quality craftsmanship, mastery, doing really good work one day at a time. This might not be the most glamorous week, Leo. This might be just one of those weeks where it's like, I'm just putting in the work, doing the best I can, paying attention to the details, to the craftsmanship, to the skill that I put in on whatever project or whatever work it is that I'm doing, right? Because that's what the 8 of Pentacles is about. It's also about teaching and learning. So you might be doing a lot of teaching for someone else, or they might be teaching you, or vice versa. Be open. Be very open to learning new things, whether it's on the job, whether it's just in life or in love, because remember, life is a mystery, right? It's like getting to the deeper heart of what makes things tick is very important this week. Second card that came out was the Dragonfly Spirit, the 8 of Wands. So things are moving fast. This is a card of fast, rapid communication, rapid movement, Sagittarius energy, big time on this. So it's speed, optimism, things coming out of stagnation. We do have Jupiter moving direct and Mercury's retrograde ending, so things may feel very shot from a slingshot this week for you, Leo. It may be really moving quickly, and that's why it's important for you to keep the low profile. That's why. We also have the Scarab card coming out here. Scarab is the 10 of Wands, and to me the 10 of Wands is the end of a burdensome cycle. So you might have been working very hard for a while on something or some project or even a relationship, Leo. And I feel like a lot of that is either paying off or coming to an end this week, because it's like finally, it's like I made it to the top of the hill that one last time. I can put down my heavy burden. I can, wrap up this old cycle. Maybe you're quitting a job you don't like or taking a new one that you're going to enjoy more. Something like that for some of you going on. And I do feel like there's a lot of release this week. Look at that. This is also a very mystical card, the bat, the hanged man. It is very mystical because it's ruled by the planet Neptune. Neptune rules Pisces, and that is a very mystical, spiritual energy. So to me, you know, the hanged man, it can sometimes show that you're transitioning between one reality and another, one, you know, state of life and another. It also shows that you're seeing things from another perspective. Like I said, to try seeing things from that mysterious standpoint a little bit more this week. It is also kind of having, you know, vestiges of your old life being shaken away, right? Because it's like you're turning yourself up, shaking all the lint out of those pockets, seeing things from a different perspective. Neptune energy also requires us to sacrifice and let go of something, and it usually has to do with the ego. It usually does. So Leo, you are a sign that is known for the ego. So you might be releasing some things like that, you know, and just really kind of coming down to earth, coming back to your center, and becoming a more authentic, awesome you. That's a beautiful message for you. Let's get into an affirmation for Leo, please. The blue jay, yes, this is truthfulness, it's courage, assertion, daring, universal wisdom. You're being guided to be aware of synchronicities in your life. You're entering a time of intellectual and spiritual growth. See this? New truths are being formed each day. Be fearless, trust your gut, be your authentic self. Take inspired action, and what you desire will come to fruition. I love the Blue Jays. I do. I love my Blue Jays outside. They get a bad rap, but they're actually just fantastic. They're really awesome. Great little birds. Actually, they're kind of big birds. They are a corvid, you know, they're related to crows and ravens and all that, you know, so they're real smart birds. You can't pull the wool over the eyes of a blue jay. No, you can't. Why would you want to? All right. We're down to our last sign of the... Gwen's really excited. She's like, Virgo, woo! Yeah. All right, Virgo, let's see how you guys are doing. We're wrapping up this evening with your sign. I hope you all are doing awesome. Oh my goodness, this is going to be your weekly animal tarot and oracle reading. These are general reads, Virgo. They can come out with any kind of information, whatever it is that you are most, the Spirit is most wanting you to see. And if these don't resonate with you, check the placements of your personal chart. You can watch things like your Venus sign, your rising, your moon. You'll get even more out of these readings by doing that. All right, dear spirit animals, guardians, guides, and friends, let's see what we have for our fabulous Virgos. Anything that they need for their highest good. And please, let's start with one main spirit guide that will be helping them out the most this week. Ooh, Virgo, the chameleon spirit this week. I can already hear Gwen in my chat laughing about this one. Oh my goodness. So the chameleon spirit is very adaptable, very flexible, and the message is act as if. Act as if. So it's like if there's something that you want in your life, act as if you already have it. If you need more tranquility, more peace of mind, less stress, act as if you already have it, and it helps to bring it to you, right? It's a really interesting practice for the mind. It's like, it's almost like a fake it till you make it kind of thing, but not quite. It's a little bit different. It's like already just say, you know what? I'm just going to embrace it that I already have what I need, right? That's important. That's an important energy. So I would also say that Virgo, this could be a week where you're quite sensitive to your environment because the chameleon spirit really is sensitive to its environment, right? Its environment ends up coloring it. So be careful around the kind of people that you're around too, because if you hang out with like really stressed out, really angry, kind of messed up people, you might start really absorbing their energy. Virgo and Pisces are the most sensitive signs of the zodiac, so you do have to kind of watch that sort of thing, you know, like it or not. It's like you can just pull their energy in like a sponge. So let's get into your animal tarot. Let's get 3, please, for Virgo on this week. Wow, I like this read. I really like this read. This is beautiful. We're starting out with our Queen of Wands. Very, very passionate, very fiery, very magical, sensual. You know, to me, she is my Leo queen. So she really is about embracing your self-confidence, self-esteem, not being afraid to, you know, to give, to put yourself out there, because you know that you'll always have more where that came from, right? And she is very magical. Very good at manifestation, really good at creating what she needs for each part of her life. In the center, we have the Warthog Spirit. That is the 2 of Cups. And so this, to me, gets into, of course, love relationships, because that's a big part of what this card rules. It's divine unions, sacred contracts, and agreements. And so I feel like if you've got anything to heal, or if you're trying to make, you know, a partnership happen, whether at work, in love, in family, it's like the more that you're confident in yourself, the more that you're strong within what you need and want, the easier that's going to be for you to get. And I really do feel like this is a week of wish fulfillment and going in the direction of your dreams, because we have our little puffer fish, our 9 of Cups. And so, you know, the 9 is not quite yet the 10, but it's getting there, right? It's really very focused on going in the direction of its dreams, making those divine choices, really identifying what it is that you really want, and not giving up, right? Not giving up, being very determined about those wishes being granted, right? Having personal pride in yourself is also important this week. On the bottom, we have the Horse Spirit, Virgo, and this is our Chariot card. So this deals with our subconscious emotions. It's Cancer energy, and it's all about travel, victory, success. I feel like there's a successful blending of the 2 parts of your subconscious, your emotions, right? It's like this could be the subconscious and the conscious, the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang, right? Those 2 sides of yourself that are very, very strong. But this is a card of those 2 parts of you coming together as a united force so that you can get where you want to go. I think this is a great week. And like I said, you know, this is important. This is an important time for you to really not be around people that put a lot of negativity on you, or that you absorb the negativity from them. And if you feel like you don't quite have those dreams and wishes just yet, pretend as if you already did. Pretend that they're just within reach, just around the corner. It's going to help your manifesting. Let's have an affirmation, please, for Virgo. Ooh, look at this. Yeah, I love this one. The Condor Spirit as your affirmation. Transition, vision, and determination. Look at that. You are being guided to soar above any difficulties and self-imposed limitations. Life is a matter of perspective. Find the silver lining, see beyond the ordinary, and visualize yourself doing extraordinary things. You are an extension of source power. Ah, that's a great message. Soar above any difficulties or self-imposed limitations. That's a big one. That's a big one, Virgo. All right, y'all. We are done with our 12 readings, our 12 signs. And let me know if there's anyone on the list. Let's see if, Gwen, is there anybody waiting for a personal question? I'll go ahead and clear the space and get my regular tarot cards out if there are. Be right back. got them right here, so I don't have to leave. Don't have to leave the room. That's kind of interesting. We've got 2 GDs in the chat. That's funny. What are the chances? Okay, no problem, Gwen. Either way, that's fine. We had a great night. These readings were really good, and I feel like there's quite a sort of a collective message that definitely emerged from all of these. Really some collective feelings. It's like some of the same sort of things kind of coming out, you know, different variations of the same theme. A lot of stuff about relationships this week. That 2 of Cups came out quite a lot in our readings. The 4 of Cups came out a lot. So it's like, I just feel like there's a, and that may be partly, you know, the Mercury retrograde speaking there. You know, it's in Libra, which is a sign of relationships. Retrogrades definitely put things into that kind of stagnant holding pattern where you feel like you can't move. Jupiter going direct, it's all of that. But it feels very strong that way. Like, wow. Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see how it unfolds. I love that little mouse spirit that came in twice. That was that came out for Capricorn, and it came out for, I think, Pisces. Oh, thank you, J25. Thank you. Appreciate that donation, sweetheart. I'm glad you're here too. Aw. Yeah, I loved the little mouse spirit. He made me think of Virgo energy, really did. Very like, because mice, you know, they're actually super clean. Mice and rats, they're very super clean, super organized. They're very fastidious about the way they handle everything, have good memory. Yeah, it's a shame that we exterminate them, and so many of them get eaten by owls and other animals. They're actually kind of cool little guys, you know. Oh, makes me think of that movie Ratatouille. I love that movie so much. I love it. Mm-hmm. The little mouse message. He's one of those little guys that gets overlooked. The hair's all nutty. It got cold today, y'all. Virgo I have on my mind, and I'd be coming into communication again anytime soon. Corian! Fireworks go off when you eat, yeah. Oh, me too. Oh my goodness. I got a darn chocolate cake in the refrigerator right now. That thing is waiting for me, I swear to goodness. I've been having to do extra workouts to pay for that. You're welcome, Angela. Thank you. All right, so Canadian GD has a question about a Virgo person that I guess they've been out of communication for a while, and they're thinking about them. So I'm going to start out actually with my angel answers oracle, and then we'll get in a little bit deeper. But these are really good cards for just asking those kind of simple yes and no questions. And sometimes it can really give a good direction to the rest of the reading. So let me see what we have got for you. Dear Spirit, angels, guardians, ancestors, and guides. Let's see what we have for GD and their question about this Virgo. Are they going to be hearing from them, or will there be communication between them anytime soon, please? Ooh. Okay. Right now, it's not a clear yes or no, but my feeling about this is that it has a lot to do with if you decide or want to pursue it. That's really what this is. First card out, though, straight up, it says there's something better. So there could be someone or something actually better on the way or out there for you. Just keep that in mind. Now, if you still want to pursue this, if you still want to connect with this person, you will probably have to take action. You'll probably have to be the one that either calls, texts, emails, etc. Because I get the feeling that, you know, like they're, I don't know where they're at. Like, you know, we'll look at some more cards, but right now it's like the ball is, it's feeling like it's in your court to do something with this or not as you see fit. Next card out is if you believe, and the card on the bottom was trust, right? Was trust. So I feel like, you know, this is a thing where you do kind of have a choice if you want to pursue this, but I also wouldn't maybe pursue it to the exclusion of others at this point, because when that there's something better card comes up, I'm like, you know, there really could be something so much better. You know, somebody that's not going to block you, or someone that's not going to, you know, stall out on communication. To me, that's a big red flag whenever somebody like denies us communication, or things don't flow. It's like, that kind of thing always has irked me like my whole life, but like, I just have no patience for it. I have no patience for it. And when I hear about somebody going through it, or somebody, you know, experiencing that in their own life, I just don't like it. I don't like it because I feel like, you know, it shouldn't be this game. It should not be this guessing game about like, oh, you know, we'll ever hear from them. Will they ever? It's like if things are in flow, it shouldn't be that. It shouldn't be like this game. It should just be like equal give and take, equal reciprocity. Let's get into an oracle card for you to start the major theme of what's going on with this dynamic. Yeah, inner peace. Oh, well, these aren't bad cards. I mean, they're not bad. Inner peace and love are both at the heart of this. And I feel like if your love doesn't bring you inner peace, then what is it really doing for you at the end of the day, right? Love shouldn't bring, you know, endless chaos or confusion. It shouldn't be that. So I really feel like focus on love that brings you that feeling of peace. If this person brings you a feeling of peace, if it feels like, you know, hey, maybe they're just really busy. Sure, I can give someone the benefit of the doubt. If they've been really overworked, Virgos sometimes are. Many Virgos suffer from anxiety or social anxiety. That's not, you know, unusual. But I would just say, you know, if you put out your feelers, put out a nice call or a nice message, and you get nothing back, as tough as that could be, I would just probably keep moving, you know. At least be open to other things, because it could be something better. Could be something really magical. Could be something even with a Pisces, because we got the Pisces fishies in this already. Let's get some tarot on this for you. I'm going to do a little past, present, future, and a suggested approach and outcome. Oof. These aren't good. These aren't bad. Right in the center, current energy, we have the Three of Pentacles. So I do feel like work is involved. Like I said, this person might be someone who works a lot. The Three of Pentacles is somebody that's very active in their community. Somebody that's working really hard to, you know, bring something good into creation that's going to help everybody around them. This could also be your energy. This could also be Spirit encouraging you to do that, you know, to get more involved in your community or working at creating something that's going to be good for you and for everyone around you. And the Four of Pentacles, right? So I do feel, I mean, this is something you're holding on to in the heart space, and you know they might be too, but I feel like there's something very closed up here. Four of Pentacles has that sort of like fear of risk, fear of letting go, fear of opening up. You know, when it's in, you know, these are both very financial cards. So, you know, you'd ask about a Virgo, they are an earth sign. This is their element coming through here. So I feel like this is more about them than you. I feel like they're kind of closed up. And yes, they might be very busy, but they might be really like afraid. They might have some kind of weird fear or some kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want to open up. So you might want to, I would just kind of like ring their bell. You know what I mean? Just see what you get back. In the immediate past, you know, I feel like you've really wanted clarity. We've got that Ace of Swords. And maybe in the past you felt like communication was better, or you did have the clarity, and then it might have sort of stopped. Let's get a clarifier on this card to see what highlights it. Ace of Cups. Wow. So I mean, I feel like you might have felt really connected to this person, and that's why it's still bugging you. Like, you might have felt very emotionally and intellectually connected. Like, you felt like you could talk to them. You felt like there was a spiritual connection, a romantic connection. And it felt big. It felt really big. I feel like that's where you're coming from with this. Wow. Yeah. Going into the future, we have the Queen of Cups, the Scorpio Queen, which is the Scorpio energy. And I really feel with Queen of Cups, it's always about personal boundaries. And I would say that you really do need to honor your personal boundaries going forward. Very important for you, because it may be like a real thing where you have to put your foot down and say, here's what I really need. Like, if you're interested in continuing to talk to me in the future, or if you want to have something with me in the future, here's what I need. Like, this is the rules of engagement for dealing with me, right? And if you can't do that, if you can't communicate regularly, if you're just going to vanish whenever you feel like it, that's not going to work for me, right? Queen of Cups is very intuitive, very compassionate, very caring for other people, but often they forget to care for themselves. And so you should definitely focus on that and be discerning. Be discerning about whether you let this person in, right? That's why she keeps the lid on the cup. She's very careful about who she lets into her emotions, into that central part of herself. You know, notice the feelings around this person. If talking to them, if you do end up talking to them, if it makes you feel better or it makes you feel worse, right? That's why that inner peace card came up. Three of Wands. Yeah. This is exactly what I would do with this. I would put out what you need, what you want, speak your truth from a kind, compassionate place, and then wait for the response, because the Three of Wands is all about waiting for the ships to come in. You will have to take a little action, but after that, I would just let the ball be in their court. And nobody can say, well, she didn't try to connect, she didn't try to communicate, or he didn't try to communicate, right? So that's what I would personally do with a reading like that. Let's get a suggested approach, though. Let's see what the big advice is here. So I feel if there's been a blockage, I think it has to do, could be with work, could be with a Four of Pentacles situation where they're just nervous about opening up. not always, and I'm not a reader that likes to read cards like this, so I say this with a big grain of salt. Sometimes readers will say that like a Three of Pentacles is like a three-party situation where maybe they've moved on. Maybe they're dating other people, right? Take that with a grain of salt. I don't like necessarily putting that in people's heads because then they get all worried, like, oh, they got someone else. They may not. I mean, it's, you know, I don't like to put that out there necessarily, but some people read that card with that on it. Just for your information. So let's get the suggested approach, please. Nice. Focus on yourself first and foremost with that Nine of Pentacles, because this is a beautiful card. I would also say that because the Nine of Pentacles is a very strong Virgo card, this person may be very focused on making money right now. They had two Pentacle cards coming up at the center. You got the Nine of Pentacles coming out in the suggested approach. I would focus very much on your own path, your own fulfillment. If you've got work that you love, if you're working on something or getting something going, that's what I would really focus most of my energy and time on, because this is like a very happily employed person, somebody who's really got, you know, things going positively in their direction. And it really reminds you to come from a place of strength rather than from a place of begging or lack or need. But they may be very focused on work. Like, I'm just, you know, that's just something I'm getting. They're really focused on work, and it's like they get stressed or they get tense about opening up, and their default is to just go back to work because it's so much easier than like the emotional stuff. Two of Wands coming out on top of this. So new opportunities, new beginnings. And yeah, I would investigate your new opportunities and beginnings. I wouldn't put all my eggs in one basket with this person just yet. Not with a card that says there's something better. No. Don't be so ready to lock yourself down just yet. Okay? Potential outcome is the King of Wands. You're, I think, dealing with somebody who's very intellectual, they're very strategic, and they overthink a lot, okay? Positives of this is that, yes, they are a good planner. They usually do form good strategy. They know how to, you know, do things logically and intellectually. But the negative of this is that sometimes they really get stuck in their own head, right? And they have a very hard time getting out of the head and into the heart. And that's, you know, I feel that already. I feel that already in this read around this person, is that they really, it almost causes like, I don't know, like stress or tension when they think about opening up big time emotionally. It's like, like that's scary to them a little bit, you know? It's easier for them to just go to work and just be the strategist. This can be, you know, somebody who's really like emotionally unavailable, you know, no matter how present they are, they just emotionally aren't there. And we have the Six of Cups. So I mean, it's like, not for nothing, but I do think, you know, it's not like they don't ever think of you. There is a nostalgia. There is a sentimentality. So yeah, that's in there. The Six of Cups. That's a card of nostalgia, the past, memories. So I would just, I would go ahead and make a call. Send a message if you haven't already. But if you have, I would just kind of let it be. And if they're meant to come to you, they'll come to you. But you really want to have something that's good, that gives peace in your heart, not something that causes you a lot of tension or anxiety or unnecessary worry. Let me get an affirmation on this for you. Yeah. here you go. One enchanted evening. The perfect night. So I would say, yeah, you might get together. You might get together, and it might just be like the perfect combination of timing where you're at emotionally and mentally. But this person is a little bit of a tough nut to crack. We're mostly getting air and earth energy around them, which is definitely more logical, practical, unemotional, and unavailable in general. So that's what we got for right now on it. I hope it helped a little bit. Yeah, I haven't noticed any buffering on my end, Gwen. I know that like I said earlier when I started the stream, I know that my phone has been, or Wi-Fi has been real in and out. It's been real strange, like it'll disconnect and then reconnect, and I have to make sure the Wi-Fi is connected. So yeah, yay for Mercury retrograde, right? I mean, I think that has a lot to do with it. Because usually I don't have to deal with it, but yeah, it's been a little bit trippy today. Last couple days, actually, it's been a little bit funky. All right, honeys. Have a good night, unless someone else who is interested in a personal question. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. Thanks. Yeah, they were good tonight, I think, too. You're welcome, GD. Best wishes. Come and see us again sometime. Let us know what happened. All right, guys. Have a great night. I'll be looking forward to seeing you all again very soon. I will be doing the second half of the full moon readings either tomorrow or Tuesday. Those are going to be, you know, individual reads. It'll be 6 separate little live streams that are kind of short. And so, yeah, so if you see them on, you can jump in. I won't really be interacting very much with the chat on those because I'm just mostly going to be focused on getting those reads done. But our full moon in Aries is going to be Wednesday on the 20th at 10:57. Is it a.m.? Yeah, a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's our full moon coming up on Wednesday. All right, you guys, have a good evening. I will be seeing you guys very soon.